Cow. Cow.
Borderline magical.
Look at this cool bee I drew! Look at this cool bee I drew!
Made with all the love I'm legally allowed to give.
Borderline magical.
Oh yay! I was sacrificed! Cow. 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 Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing.
Lizard. Lizard.
Look at this cool bee I drew! Look at this cool bee I drew! I drew.
Borderline magical.
Cow. Ah!
Lizard.
Nice.
You're coming home with me.
Borderline magical.
You did take the shot. You did take the shot, Vital.
Ah!
And I bet you're proud of yourself. I bet you're proud of yourself. Welcome back, and welcome to spooky season, everybody except for Vital, who interrupted me with an ad today. Maybe, I think I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. Welcome back. It's spooky season. It's also, yeah, we're down in the basement. It's spooky season. If we don't spend our whole spooky season in the Gamer Goo basement, what's the fucking point? I mean, I guess we could also spend part of it in Doug's room if you wanted to. But, I mean, the spooky basement really sets the tone, I think. Yeah. It's ART-TOBER, baby, along with spooky season. If you're an artist, you'll know the very classic Inktober, the list of prompts that all of us artists ambitiously set out to complete in the month of October, and most of us never do. Yep, this is where talk is. Yep. Don't remind me. Well, this year, I'm really committed. If you saw the month-long calendar that I put in the Discord, you will see that every Wednesday we are having an Inktober check-in. And I am committed. I'm committed to Inktober this year, okay? Hold on, let me pull up the stream schedule in case you guys haven't seen it. Okay. All right, let me pull it up. Yeah? Here, hold on, I'm sliding over here where I have my actual window captures. Look, okay. There it is. I'm committed this year. I'm committed. We're gonna do it.
Cow.
Every Wednesday we're checking in, and my plan every Wednesday is to hopefully be able to show you all the prompts that oh, that's not what I meant to do. The prompts that I've done that week. And yeah, we love optimism, okay? Look, I'm also, okay, hold on. So on top of this, so every Wednesday I want to do a check-in, right? I'm trying to keep it really, like, I'm not using pencil this Inktober, basically. I'm really inspired. If you guys are familiar with the art YouTuber, Actually Ray, and or Jinja Ninja, if you know the actual name of the YouTube channel. I've been, like, super inspired by their sketchbook work.
Nani?
Yeah, exactly. Nani indeed. I've been super inspired by their sketchbook tours and their sketchbook work. That Wawa in the corner. Look, I mean, it's October. The Wawa is scared. Is that another? Is that another? No, Nani is not one that you can redeem. It's one that Doug does on his own. Sometimes he just decides to make noises and you guys have no control. You'll never know when I add a new one. I'll just stick it in there at some point. It'll be a surprise. I'm also bringing back Minecraft. I think I'm gonna find a Minecraft mod pack to play. I don't know what one yet. I'm gonna do a little bit of research, but I kid you not. I kid you all not. I literally had a dream last night about playing on a Minecraft SMP with my friends. It's getting dire. I miss Minecraft and I need to play. I literally dreamed about someone rigging my base to explode.
Cow.
And it was me and my siblings, and my sibling tripped a trap that exploded my, like, tower base. So I'm committed. I want to play Minecraft again. So we're doing that on Sundays again because I need it. I do have Legend ZA slotted in after it comes out. I want to try and give it a shot, even though I'm really mad at Nintendo and how non-consumer friendly they're being right now. My Cobblemon server is modded and still up. That's true. I kind of want to start with a blank slate, though. You know, I do want to play Cobblemon, but I want to play where I don't have creative mode. I'm sorry, it's too easy. Creative mode's too. And like I do have a lot of fun building on there, but I want to play without creative. I want to actually grind. I just like I like the satisfaction of building something when there's no creative fun. That's okay. Be no fun. Hey, it's fun for me. I like the Minecraft grind. I like having to grind for materials. I'm sorry. It's just me. That's just how I am. I like to struggle, you know? I need it. Also, like, there's been so many updates to Minecraft that I haven't gotten to play yet, but I'm really trying to stick to the boycott because it is making a difference. Like, Microsoft has been changing things that they're doing, so I really. Oh no, Ellie's internet is dead! No! But yeah, I need Minecraft. I need it. I wonder if I could find, like, a close to vanilla mod pack that is up to date, so I could basically play vanilla. Sending my internet to you. Either way, so we're gonna do a couple weeks of Water Park Simulator. I don't know how fast we're gonna plow through that, because obviously Water Park Sim is like early access right now. It's just in alpha, so I don't think there's going to be like too far that we can take it. So I've got that for 2 weeks, and then when Pokemon Legends ZA comes out, I have that slated for the 3 weeks after that. Because I'm not gonna lie, even I'm so mad about how consumer hostile Nintendo is being, but god damn it, Pokemon Legends Arceus is literally what I built this channel on. Pokemon Legends Arceus is what I was playing when Doug was born 3 years ago, you know? I can't not do it. The nostalgia is too strong, okay? Really? Yeah. I literally, the very first stream that Doug was ever in on this channel, it was literally a test stream. Like, I just went live to test and make sure he worked. And I was shiny hunting for Gumi in Legends Arceus. That was what I was doing when I was testing him for the very first time. And I took clips from that and I put them on the internet, and that is a lot of the reason that like that was where my initial like virality came from in terms of streaming. So there's an intense. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a super fast test stream, but all of my friends showed up and they were being so funny. They were being so funny I couldn't stop. Like literally. I think I'm like 99% sure that Panda, aka Panini, aka Panda's POV, was the very first person to ever redeem anything from Doug. And I'm pretty sure it was him saying pee pee poo poo. I'm like, yep, we are very funny people. It's true. All my friends are so funny. All my friends are so funny. So, yeah, I want to give Legends ZA a shot, but I'm gonna be like so critical of it. I'm gonna be so critical because
pee pee poo poo.
Thank you so much, Douglas. Wow. All these years later, and you can still say pee pee poo poo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and back, that was what, we are the funniest. You guys are so funny. It's true. It's true. And that was when I was still like a PNG avatar. I'm almost certain I hadn't even worked with Poke yet when I first showed off Douglas. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't. Why are we moving so fucking fast, honestly? I'm getting it as a bundle with a Switch 2, so I'll have a Switch 2 when it comes out. Ooh, I should look and see if I can pick that up. Maybe I have to go to GameStop and see what's up. Because that would probably be what I'd end up doing, honestly. Okay, so, art stream. Let me think. Is there anything else I need to fill you all in on? Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. You can see close to the end of the month here, I have 3 days blocked out. I'm going on a like little mini getaway with my family from the 19th to the 21st. So we will not have stream that Sunday or Monday, but I'll probably still be attempting to record D&D on the 20th with the crew. The new model looks great and the schedule sounds good. Thank you, Mithril. Thank you. Poke literally ate it the fuck up. And you know what's funny? Poke was literally DMing me, I think it was last night, about how they were like, they've been working on a chibi like base, right? I think I showed you guys some sketches. And she was literally messaging me like, I can't wait to make you one of these. And I was like, you're supposed to be taking a break! Oh my god. It was so funny. But it is like, oh my god, the test one that they're working on is so cute. It's literally adorable. You guys are gonna perish. But Poke, incapable of taking a break, truly. which is why I just have to get them with art in return because they won't stop. So instead I'm like, fine, I'll draw your OCs. Get got, I guess. Oh my god. I traded a bunch of games and only had to pay $43 out of pocket. Oh, that's nice, Dashy. That's so nice. Hell yeah. I don't know. So after being a youth that like had to trade in every game that they had, like I've had to reacquire as an adult a lot of my like Game Boy games because I traded them when DS games started coming out, and I really regret that. So I just can't. I can't give up physical copies of anything. I don't have a lot of physical copies of Switch games anymore. I mostly do digital, but I have all my DS games, all of my, like, I've reacquired a lot of the hard copy Pokemon Game Boy games. Really the only original one that I still had was my Emerald game, which I'm super attached to, don't get me wrong.
Chat. The followers who lived. Come to die. Avada Kedavra.
Avada Kedavra. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm like so attached to all my physical games now. I can't trade them in because I regret selling them so much. Like I had to sell them when I was a kid because I didn't have enough money to like pay for the new games every time they were coming out. So I had to trade them in so that I could get the money to buy the new games. But as an adult now, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had all my old games. I'm thankful at least that my siblings have our old N64 and GameCube, and I think they still have all the GameCube games that we grew up with. So, you know, those still are with us, but the Game Boy games really, I miss them. I'm sad that I sold them, and I have reacquired most of them now. Like my Pokemon hard copies are getting pretty extensive now. Slowly but surely, I'm picking them all back up. Let's see. Currently, in my hard copy collection, not including my Emerald game, which is currently in my my actual Game Boy, I've got both Fire Red and Leaf Green. I've got copies of both Silver and Gold, and I picked up Crystal the last time we were in Seattle, which I was really excited about. Because Crystal is one I have not owned before. It was one I never owned as a kid. And then I've got a copy of Yellow and a copy of Blue. So I still need Original Red. I still need a copy of Ruby. And then after that, also both my Silver and Gold, like my original hard copy Silver and Gold, are both really old and are in desperate, like neither of them have functional batteries. I think my Sapphire version is also dry. So, you know, a lot of them need some TLC, but I'm too scared to even try and do it myself, so I don't. Oh my god. And then, of course, I have, for N64 games, I have Pokemon Stadium 2. My siblings own our original copy of Pokemon Stadium 1. And then I have my hard copy of Pokemon Coliseum Gale of Darkness for the GameCube. But yeah. Yeah, those classic games, yeah. I'll be hitting up my local shop soon, and I'll keep an eye out. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm always trolling at my local game shops for hard copies, like Game Boy hard copies. And I'm not like, I do tend to like ones. I try and pick ones that have labels, because sometimes I do see them without labels. I don't mind if they are damaged labels, but I usually like them to have some kind of label on them. Oh, the pumpkin belly. Yeah, isn't it cute? I gotta get him out, my little pumpkin buddy, every October. So yeah, I realized I started talking about Pokemon and then I forgot where I was. I got into the nostalgia hyperfixation. Oh my god, my shops are picky, so labels are always in good shape. Oh, I love that. I love that. I mean, like, look, I think if you're collecting for nostalgia's sake, you know, I understand buying copies that don't have labels on them because you can sell them for cheaper. And if it doesn't matter to someone, if someone's just collecting them for the sake of having their childhood game, you know, like, it don't really matter to them. So I get it. And you can sell it for cheaper. But yeah, I know that one of our local game shops, I don't know if they still have it because I haven't been in there in a bit, but they had a fully sealed copy of Pokemon Red. And I was like, ugh. If I were a wealthier person, because I think they were selling it for like $2 or $3 grand or something like that. It was a lot. And I was like, if I was a wealthier person, I would. But also, like, I don't particularly, like, I don't specifically aim for fully sealed items because honestly, I want to be able to play my Game Boy game collection. I have my Game Boy Advanced. And I have this really cute, I think I showed it to you all when we got back, because I found when we were in Seattle also, a vintage Game Boy Advance, like, bag that has Venusaur on it. Oh my god. So I keep my Game Boy in there in whatever game I'm playing now, which is currently Pokemon Emerald. You put the sky sticker you got on your Game Boy Advanced? Let's go. Oh my god. We brought it on ourselves for annexing September. It's true. Yeah. You know what grinds my gears? People getting ready for Christmas in the spooky month. Let Halloween exist, for crying out loud. Okay, look. Yeah, I agree. And this is coming from, I love Christmas, okay? I grew up in a Christmas household. My mother loves Christmas, so I love Christmas. I'm a big Christmas person. But I also love spooky season, okay? I love all holiday months, in all honesty. Any month that I get to, like, embody a certain vibe, I'm here for it, okay? I need a sky sticker to put on my Switch too. Oh my god, so true. So true. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do a little Inktober today. Well, technically we're not doing Inktober. We're doing Cringetober, which, let me pull that up actually. Cause I closed my, hold on. I remember why I slid down to the corner here. So if you all aren't familiar, or if you're new to, like, the art space, basically, there's a really popular, like, artist challenge called Inktober, and all sorts of artists were doing it for a super long time. And then the guy who made Inktober was like, I'm going to copyright Inktober as a thing. And so, it caused a whole bunch of issues with artists trying to, like, make money, or, like, make, like, a lot of artists who actually, like, are professionals and complete Inktober will make, like, purchasable art books out of their work. Kidlat Gaming, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. Welcome in. So, people will make, like, purchasable art books that are like Inktober 2022 or whatever. And it caused a huge issue when this person copywrote the Inktober name, because they started trying to claim profits from other artists' work simply for having the Inktober name on what they were selling, basically. So everybody kind of said, fuck that guy in particular, the guy who created Inktober. We don't fuck with that guy. And people started making their own. Damn, that's cringe. I see why it's Cringetober. So yeah, people started making their own, and I've really been embracing cringe lately. You know, like, I'm really, cringe is dead. We're being cringy. This is our lives. Okay, yeah. And so I am following Cringe-tober, which is very like OG 90s aesthetic, but very specifically, it is like encouraging people to do cringy artwork, right? So that's what we're doing. We're doing Cringe-tober 2025. And if you guys would like to join me for this, I would love to have you. I think it would be super duper fun. So that's what we're doing. And I'm doing it traditionally in a sketchbook, a really tiny sketchbook, so that I can try and keep it manageable for myself. I've had this really nice little square sketchbook for like 3 years at least, probably more, and I've never done anything with it, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna fill it. I by the end of the year. That's my plan. The pages are relatively thick. It's a nice like artist sketchbook, so I think I can do it. No pencil. We're going all in. We're sketching with highlighters, and we're going in with inks, and that's it.
Do I get
okay.
paid to do this?
So that's the plan. That's the plan right now. I hope you all will come with me on this adventure. Do some Cringe-tober with me. I don't even really know, like, I like a lot of these because they're very open-ended, you know, like, I like that Fursona is one of the options in here. I think I might design myself, like, a new Fursona for that. Just be like, try and, like, think about myself now and what I would go for, you know what I mean? Musical, like, it's all very core aesthetic, so you can just pick a something core aesthetic to draw. Like, I just think it's super, I really liked this. Indie game, so you can pick, I already know for indie game, I really want to try and do like a drawing in the style of Goodbye Volcano High. I think that would be so fun. Unnecessarily complex, like, it's all just very, like, the whole idea of Cringe-tober is just like, literally going back to like what you would draw in like grade school and high school, you know, like just drawing with no shame. So that's what we're doing. I've got a little square. I think this notebook is like 4x4 or 5x5. Hold on, let me measure her. She is, yeah, 5x5. So it's not a huge space. And I kind of like the idea of like picking a couple of these later and scanning them and configuring them into like a little zine, you know, one of those mini zines, because I still want to do zines, okay? I need to like get my ass in gear. I want to print zines and like trade zines with you guys. I started this year with a deep desire to do physical art and to distribute little things like I used to. And we did the Scrunglemon cards, which I really enjoyed, but it became too immense too quickly for me to like actually do it. And I haven't gone back to it because I feel overwhelmed by trying to figure out how to make it work. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to keep art manageable. I have this tendency to blow like my projects super out of proportion. So yeah. I saw a zine I loved. Someone released a free Amy Rose zine. Yeah, it's just, zines can literally be anything and everything, and I love that, and I'm obsessed with it, and I wanted to do more with it, and I just haven't. Like, I did, like, 3 or 4 of them, like, physical copies that I wanted to scan and, you know, start distributing, and I was having issues with getting them scanned properly. Like, I was having sizing issues. So I never, like, did anything with it. Sorry, I'm turning my head to the side to look. I don't remember where I put the physical copies. They're around here somewhere in one of my many, many drawers. I was having sizing issues with it, and so, or like my scans were like trimming the edges and stuff. So I want to like get back to that. I feel like what I need to do is get like good pictures just with a phone camera and then like trim them down and organize, like situate it in like Procreate, you know? Wait, where is Clippy? Clippy can be wherever you want him to be, you know? Also, I love in this list, we've got like first OC, fake game screenshot, guilty pleasure media, oh my god, Yajinka, clown, pick crew, like, there's just, oh my god, there's just so much here, like, reclaimed insecurity, dude, also self-ship x OC x canon. I don't do a lot of, like, I don't do a lot of shipping, but my first thing that came to mind there is my intense simpingness for Vox from fucking, my god, from, nope, Has Been Hotel. But I don't do a lot of self-ship. Yeah, the TV twink, exactly. Oh my god. And I don't have like a hell of a universe like OC, so I don't even know who I would draw in that instance. Maybe I'd try and draw like my dragon, but in the Vivzy Pop style. That might be an interesting. The first song of season 2 dropped today. Oh my god. I don't know if I want to have it spoiled for me or not. Because I kind of like, I enjoy the songs more when I consume them within the context of the show. You know what I mean? Oh my god. So yeah, I really like, I like the open-endedness of a lot of these. It's very, I'm going for the RAR XD cringe aesthetic. I'm just doing art for the sake of doing it. If it's ugly, that's okay. The point is not that it's supposed to be super good. It's just supposed to be art. And I'm doing it in a small space, and if I don't like it, I can turn the page and do something else, you know? We're not even, like, we don't have to be limited to one page if we don't want to, as well. That's also the thing that I like. Oh, my webcam is covered up. There we go. There's my notebook. I might have to, like, and I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes, because I know that things are a little bit zoomed out. I am gonna turn on my light here. I can, hold on. Let me see if I can zoom this, because I do think I did this, oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. We zoom that bitch in. I push back here. It's a little bit far away from me, but I think that'll be okay. It'll encourage me not to get too into the shit, you know. Look at, just someone remind me later that I'm gonna need to zoom that back out. Why does it look so much better on, hold on, look at something. I do have it a little bit trimmed at the top and bottom. Not a lot, not enough to be causing. I could. Ooh. Okay, there we go. I pissed it off there for a second. It has. Oh, I could turn off autofocus. Oh ho ho, game changer. Hold on. This would be better. It would be better if I just don't have autofocus. And that for like close-ups, I'm assuming it is. Okay, excuse me while I fuck with everything for a minute. We're just gonna turn. I think I'm just gonna turn. I think I'm just gonna leave autofocus off. And then see how it goes. I've got low light compensation on. I wonder if that is affecting.
Man, how long has this stream been going on? Exclamation point up time. That long?
I know. We've got IRL hands. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? All right, we're gonna see how that for us for a bit. It's not like perfect, but it is better. So we've got our first. Hold on, Cringe-tober. Where can I put this? Also, for Cringe-tober. You know what? I should make myself like a cringe list. I'm going for My Chemical Romance for Cringe-tober. There we go. This isn't cow hands. What's going on here? It's almost like I'm not a cow. I'm a dragon. It's okay. You guys can say it. You can admit that you're wrong.
Cow.
Add Cringe-tober in here really quickly. That way we can look at it. I guess I could always just go back to it every once in a while, but where did it go? There it is. Aha. Oh, don't slide that far. Just put it a little bit hovering above Doug. You guys will have to tell me if you can actually read this. You might not be able to. Why is it flipped? What happened there? There we go. I can't read backwards, personally. I can't read it, but it may be, as I don't have my glasses on. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Well, the first prompt over here is overpowered. So I think I'm just gonna... I mean, when I think of overpowered, I think of like Dragon Ball Z, right? So, but we're doing hilariously, going back to actually Ray and or Jinja Ninja, she uses these highlighters, specifically these Stablio highlighters. And what's funny is I didn't buy these because she uses them. I actually already had these because I bought them for bullet journaling. And then she was like, oh, I use like highlighters for my sketching. And I was like, oh, that's such a good idea, because these, I didn't end up using them very much when I was bullet journaling, because they tended to be a little bit too like big. So now I've got a new thing to do with them. Kind of ideal. Okay. I think the rest of what's in here, is this a white pen? I have so much shit in here. Oh no, this looks like black. Maybe? We'll see. I'll leave that out. I'm gonna need black at some point. There's a regular pen. Draco Rin, welcome in! Thanks for the raid! Hello, hello. I think I'm gonna take these out of here. I have a lot of stuff in here that's just like random art supplies that I have around that I was like, maybe I'll use that. But some of this is probably just taking up an unnecessary space in my little bag. Hello! Thanks for the follow, Sunbirdie. Welcome in. Hello! Hope art's going well. It's going good. I was introducing Cringe-tober, as you can see on the left there. Saint Snap, thanks for the follow. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I hope you guys had a wonderful stream. Welcome, welcome. I've been introducing the idea of doing this this October drawing challenge with the intention of just doing art, you know? And I'm following this my camera's more zoomed in than it normally is. This beautiful prompt over here, which we can also, I can show you the full-sized version of. I realize this is far too high up in my list of things. This needs to come down. There we go. Right. Oh, my webcam's over top of it. There we go. I just had to turn off my webcam. This wonderful little drawing list here. So this is the vibe that we're going for. I think I want to maybe try sketching in yellow. I forgot about the October art challenge. I should get on that, huh? I mean, hey, it's October 1st. So if you're gonna remember, now's the time to remember, right? It's the first day. But I'm very much trying to, like, my big thing this October is trying not to overthink it, because I feel like I have a tendency to put a lot of pressure on getting it done and doing it well, and sometimes I do get pieces I'm really proud of out of it, but the problem is because I put so much pressure on it, and then sometimes I do have pieces I'm proud of, I get really disappointed in other things that I do if they don't, like, measure up. So we're using a really small notebook. As you guys can see, this is only a 5 inches by 5 inch square notebook. This is brand new. It doesn't have anything else in it because I'm too sketchbook paralyzed to use it, which is a tragedy. So, what? Cringe music here. So yeah, this is what we're doing. I picked the Cringe-tober challenges because it's very, like, open-ended. Really, the only thing I could see being an issue, it is definitely intended for digital art because animatic is one of the prompts. So what I might do is, like, try and, like, storyboard an animatic or something like that, like a very simple couple frames that have been bouncing around in my head, you know? I totally relate. I've never once finished a 30-day challenge. Same! Literally same! Because I get so focused on making good drawings and I burn myself out. Exactly. Fully agree with overthinking art challenges. I screen cap the Cringe-tober list. Yeah, please! No. Here, let me put it back up for you. You can also, here, let me put the link in chat so that you have, because I can't take credit for this. This is from a Tumblr user. That's true. I could do like 2 or 3 pages back to back. There you go. So I did not come up with this. I found it online. I loved the idea of doing cringy art, you know, because I'm really trying to, I think me and a lot of artists on the internet are trying to recapture a like teenage love of art and drawing where you just like did not question what you were drawing ever, and it didn't matter if it was good or not. You were just drawing it for the sake of drawing it. So that's what we're trying to get back to, you know? So yeah, to be cringe is to be free. Exactly. And yeah, I was really inspired by, hold on. Actually, let me, not that fucking Jinja Ninja actually Ray needs my shout out.
Do I get paid to do this?
But let me pull up one of her, or their, I believe they go by they, them. Sketchbook tours that they do. Let me see here. Just so you guys can see. 10 out of 10 would recommend, by the way. Their work is awesome. Turn the volume down here, just so I can jump through this and show you all. We're not gonna, sorry, to your Squarespace. So, their sketchbook work has even gotten better. This is from 4 months ago. Their sketchbook work has gotten even more interesting since this tour. But they have been trying to, like, recapture their love of sketching. And their sketchbook tours are just, like, so inspiring to me. Like, look at, it's just so loose and free. And oh my god, it's just so, and they just draw what they want, and sometimes they're ugly, and that's okay. Like, you know, they stick stuff in. I love how they use their highlighters. They've even, like, it's just, you know, this is the vibe. This is the vibe. But then you also have stuff like this, you know? Some of their it's just to do, you know? Is this their obsession book or their normal book? I think this is the normal one. They show a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm just kind of going through to kind of show the vibe, you know? You've got the Cookie Run characters. We love the Cookie Run characters. But this is a lot of the inspiration, and I think there you're getting into some of the character obsession. I just think it's really interesting. I like the looseness. I like how this like, it's not that it's good. Like, they're not trying to make something that is, like, aesthetically perfect. They're not getting caught up in the correctness of the anatomy or anything like that. It's purely the, like, energy and idea behind the drawing, you know, that they are conveying. And I think that's what's so cool about it. That's what's so inspiring about it to me, is that like objectively, if you look at this, you can be like, this looks good, but like proportionally it's entirely wrong, you know. But that's not the point of a sketchbook. Like, the point of a sketchbook isn't to have everything perfectly proportionally correct. The other thing that got me on this today is Ray was on an episode of or June, I think is what they go by. June was on an episode of Spilled Ink, which, if you're not familiar with that, highly recommend. I watch a ton. Fuck off, YouTube. Pull this up really quickly. I actually don't know how old the episode I watched was. It just came up as suggested for me today, and I enjoyed it so much, it's just immediately sent me back to the desire to, also, at 10 out of 10, would recommend drawing shows while you're drawing. So this was another one of her, or their sketchbooks. And I just, oh my god, I just love it. I love how they sketch. It's so good. But it was really cool to see 3 different artists do the same, like, technique, technically, where they're all using the same batch of highlighters to draw, and just seeing what comes out of it. Ugh. I eat it. I eat it for breakfast. I also think it's really interesting to see the, like, colors that certain artists are drawn to use in, like, a palette. But this is also a really good, entertaining show. It's a lot of Emily and June just talking about the things that they're obsessed with, but I love that, honestly. Look at him. Look at him. But, like, it's just, it's vibes. It's vibes. So yeah, definitely check out Spilled Ink too. I love this is from Emily and Didas. It's like their combined art channel, and they do a lot of, like, trying new techniques and having different artists on and just talking about, oh my god, hi Clover! I'm going off about art. Oh my god. Oh, nobody reminded me to do the raid thing. Oh shit, I'm knocking stuff out. Hello. Oh my god, Clover, hi! Welcome in! I totally forgot to do my raid thing for, like, the last 3 raids. Crazy to see the old model, too. Oh my god. Welcome in, Mini Moos. Hello, hello. I hope you guys had a wonderful stream. Hi, welcome. I'm talking about Inktober. Or technically not Inktober. Oh, that's my calendar. Wait, where is it? There it is. Cringetober. That's what we're doing. And I'm talking about the process of recapturing the joy of doing art just for the sake of doing bad art. Nice to meet you, Sky. Cool model. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just recently debuted this one. It's a remake of my original model that I got over 3 years ago. Also, I'm so sorry an ad just started. Welcome in, Max and Soar. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so we're doing live art today. We're listening to some music. We're doing some cringe artwork. We're having a great time. Cringe-tober, follow it is. Oh, thank you. We're going to be doing a check-in every Wednesday for the week's prompts. And I'm trying to recapture the love of doing, like, subpar art, basically. I always have the most fun, and I love the artwork I do the most when I don't overthink it. And so that is what we're trying to recapture with ART-TOBER this year. That's so cool. I love it. Ad hits, no idea if you're responding. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the ads. Oh my god. That's so cool. I love it. Yeah, I just want to recapture the physicality of doing art for the sake of doing art. Oh, that's not what I needed. This is what I needed. So we're doing physical art. Sorry, I'm shaking everything. We're sketching with highlighters and ballpoint pens, and I'm just trying to do art like I did when I was in high school, basically. And we're using Cringe-tober as a sort of guiding point, but we're not like... I'm not like married to doing exactly what it asks, but a lot of the prompts are super open-ended, so you can kind of just do whatever you want with it, which I really like.
That's what she said.
Thank you so much, Douglas. Thank you so much. Open-ended, that's what she said. But thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Clover, I hope you had a wonderful stream. I did an art request stream today where a follower asked me to draw their OC that was in a setting that sounded right out of fan fiction. It was genuinely fun. Yeah! Look, I'm a big fan of just doing art for the sake of doing art, and I'm trying to recapture the joy of drawing for the sake of drawing without any preconceived notion of how something should be when it's done, you know? Because we're just not going to finish things. We're just gonna draw and enjoy ourselves, and the first prompt of this year is overpowered. But I don't think I'm even going to, like, I'm not gonna write the words on the page or anything like that unless I feel like I can work it into the design itself, so that I don't limit my, like, where my brain goes, basically. We're just gonna kind of, like, go with vibes. Because, like, my first instinct when I think of, like, overpowered, right, is that sort of Dragon Ball Z, like, powering up vibe. So I think that's where I kind of want to start. And yeah, red and black colors. Yeah. That classic. Yeah, some of the things on this list are like concepts like over designed, or like, oh, unnecessarily complex. That's one of them, which I think is so fun. Like, they're very open-ended, so you can kind of do whatever comes to mind, which I really like. So that's kind of the vibe we're going for, is just being silly. I imagine, what the art? Oh my gosh, welcome in. I imagine you're probably going to see a lot of my D&D character Nock showing up in this sketchbook, because I'm drawing her a lot right now, because that is one of the main D&D campaigns I'm playing in right now. Snorlax King, thanks for the follow. Also, welcome back, Cappy. I thank you for sticking it out through the ads. Thank you, everybody who stuck it out through the ads. I really appreciate you so much. I'm sorry that's always how it is. The ads always hit right when people raid. Flying Weasel Man, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Thanks for coming over, guys. I appreciate you all for being here. So yeah, we're just gonna be filling these. I think I might, so my intention is to do at least one, like, section per day, but I think it would be most fun to do, like, the full kind of widespread. Is my arm ever gonna... Apparently I'm gonna wave forever. gonna... Nope, that's the wrong one. Which one did I toggle it to? You ever like... Nope, that's pinch. Hold on, I've forgotten my own toggles, and apparently my arm is just perpetually on now. I could just wave forever. Forever waving. Just, there we go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we're just gonna draw some overpowered stuff. Overpowered does kind of make me think of my previous D&D character, Nuzin, who was a Minotaur, which could be fun, but I feel like I need to, I haven't drawn her in a bit. It would be kind of nice. Maybe we do, I don't know which one of these oranges is gonna be. Let me look at which one of these is gonna be darker. I think this would probably be sketch with. Like, I have a very specific kind of the other thing we're not doing is like referencing. We're just kind of going on vibes, right? Hard for you to see until I block in. Yeah, no erasing because we're going in with highlighter. It's not possible. There is no erasing here. It's been a minute. It's so funny. I do tend to make a lot of horned characters. I don't know why that is. Out holding because horny. You know what? Red me to filth, huh? Oh my god. Okay, let me think about. I can't even agree with you. Sorry, don't pull this too close to myself. Scream at me if I do that.
Chat, someone call the ASPCA, please. I need to be rescued.
I also think it's interesting to compare Newzen, the character that I made like, 3 years ago, or BCH to Knock.
Oh great plush dragon, I stand before you to ask for your wisdom. Should I make Dino nuggets?
Yes, for sure. You should always make Dino nuggets, in my opinion. Here, hold on. I'm gonna prop this up a little bit. I'm gonna give it a little bit more. There we go. Put it on top of another notebook that I have nearby.
I'm going to touches you, now.
Oh.
Spookily.
Oh, spookily? You're gonna touches me spookily? Owl said, I got this. Hi, Owl. Also, I think it's funny. I'm being haunted by I can't remember where I saw this, but someone mentioned that double-headed axes are like purely ceremonial and that the double head doesn't actually do anything. And so now I'm like, I have to change the axe. I'm also not a weapon drawer, so this is a good, like, practice for me. Okay. I like this. This is, like, a little off, but you know what? That's okay. We're going on vibes. We're going on vibes. It don't have to be right. It just has to be done. I think I want to. He also has a lot of cool.
How many months must a man sub to Sky T? 42.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
I just want a picture of
noticed
a
that the
goddamn
color of
hot
this is
dog.
not giving.
JPEG. 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 JPEG, 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 I look like I know what a J.
I'm boosting the saturation, because brightness? Girls. But yeah. This is really like have to figure out what the heck. Also, bring. Hello. Hello. Thank you, Lottie, for 42 months. Yeah, because this, what you guys are seeing is not... adjust it to what I'm seeing. Like, this highlighter orange is not showing up properly. Auto-focusing back on. I'm gonna give auto-focusing a chance today. We're gonna see. Okay. That's a little better at least. But this is like a highlighter orange. Yes, my little dancing sky does change to match me. We gotta match together. I'll have to send pictures of these so you guys can see the like absolutely neon colors that I'm adding to this.
Yippee, I reached this long.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just
Hello.
want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. JPEG. 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 JPEG, 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 JPEG. I look like I know what a
JPEG is. Thank you for 4 months, Pupcake. Welcome in. Welcome to Inktober. I gotta color the pink now. Mandatory. Imperceivably different. That's so funny. I thought this was gonna be a bit more rusty. Okay, it's not bleeding too badly, too. That's good. You guys can barely see the bleeding. Wow, I am just bright peach. Jamaica. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with some pen.
I feel a little texturized.
Oh! Doug is a little texturized. That's funny. He's just, you know...
Cow.
Yeah, you know what? We are drawing a cow today.
Look at all those chickens. Cow. 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 Ah! Ah! Cow.
Yeah, cow. You're correct, this is a cow. I love her.
Cow.
This is the only time you get to use cow, and I get to agree. Most of the time you won't get that. Got any advice for a new artist who can't color? What do you mean you can't color? I guess that's my real question. You know? Because, like, anybody can color. Like, this is... this is not, like, a good color palette. I don't know how or how to start learning to go from line art to color. Okay. I would super recommend using color palette websites. If you're just trying to learn like how to put together like good color palettes or like to make a piece look good with color, I would definitely recommend just checking out color palette websites. Because just like building something based off of a color palette that you like is a great way to learn like what looks good together. I love using color palette websites. I do it like all the time. I literally did it recently. I merged two color palettes together for my amazing digital circus OC. Hold on, let me pull up the website that I like to use. And I will show you all. This is hands down the main color palette website that I go to when I need color palettes. Oh, let me turn off Cringe-tober here. You can build your own color palettes, you can generate palettes, you can explore palettes that other people have made. This is a great place. This is a great place to start. You can go from very simple, there's all the way down to like 3 color palettes in here. Most of them are 5 colors. It gives you the hex codes of each one. It's literally COOLORS.co. So it's colors, but with an extra O at the front. This is a great place to start for finding the like aesthetic of just bookmarked it. Yeah, great place to start. Not all of these color palettes are stellar either because they are made by people, but it's really great for kind of like figuring out what you want, like the vibe of a piece to be. Particular is a great palette site if you want to search for palettes based on vibes. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the one where you can upload a photo and then get a color palette, right? I think some of those exist too. I usually go into these, like I pick this site and then a lot of times I just like, I will design a character and be like, I have like a vague idea of what I want this to be, but I don't like super know. So I'll go in. I really like these 5 color palettes too, because I can nab these. I think, let me see. I used Peachy Delight here. And then I think there was like a Summer Vibes one somewhere that was also one. I don't know if it's still up here, but I just grab a couple palettes that feel like the vibe of the character, and then I will like pick and choose pieces of the palettes to pop into a drawing until I get what I like. It might have even been Trump. But a lot of color is just like experimentation, and it's a lot of people's like color palettes that artists use tend to be a lot based on just like your personality and what colors you're attracted to. Does figuring out character vibe come with drawing more? Oh, for sure, for sure. I think that, so I personally just love designing characters. Here, let me, see if I can find my reference. I know I posted it in the cult. I just don't know how long ago I posted it. I can also show you guys some of the art that, because Poke has drawn her a bit. So this is my amazing digital circus character. Her name is Bobbin. This is a piece that Poke did, but I'm gonna scroll back for the actual reference here. I'm friends with too many artists. Everyone's always doing art. I don't think I saved Bobbin's on my computer. I know it's on my iPad. So when I was making Bobbin, basically, I knew, so I carry a pretty strong aesthetic. I love plushy characters, obviously. I'm a plush dragon. So a lot of my characters tend to be plush styled ones. And I personally, when I think of designing a plush character, I think of like a very soft kind of aged aesthetic to my plushies. So that's what I go for when I'm picking a color palette. But this was one that I totally like. Oh, there's close. Just saw Poke post. I'm not getting close. God, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago that I designed this character. Oh, here we go. Some other ones. I literally did these designs on stream. Poke-sonas that I've done. But you can see that I'm definitely drawn. So these ones, obviously, I base their color palettes on the actual Pokemon. But I'm drawn to softer color palettes in general. I like a pastel look to my characters. So I am drawn to like
Club.
pastel.
In the club, doing drug, on the fuck.
That's so Douglas. Are you sure about that? I have to be getting close. I really didn't think it had been this long since I designed my amazing digital circus OC. Oh, I think we're getting close. I'm seeing other people's amazing digital circus OCs more frequently, which means that we're almost there. I believe. My guy, wait. Didn't we make a references? Oh, there it is. I literally just reached it as I remembered that I think we made a references channel. There she is. So you can kind of see the style. But I think it's just sort of like when you're designing the character, I kind of think about the overall like personality vibe that I have. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I love designing characters. So you want your color palette to kind of convey the overall energy of the character, right? And so there's some things like it that we just, as people and consumers of media, there are certain things that you just like know you relate to color. For instance, a lot of people like associate a really strong saturated red color with like anger or like really intense emotion. And so like the more saturated your colors are, the more intense they're going to feel. So if you want something to come off as very intense, you would probably lean toward a more saturated, more primary color palette. For me, I lean a lot more towards technically, this character is a primary color palette. It's just a very, like subdued primary color palette, because if you consider she's got primarily a cream tone, which is based in yellow. She's got this pink tone, which is a red, and then the teal leans blue. So it's technically like a very heavily altered primary palette. But the idea of this character is that she's a plushie that has this very loose stitching, and so she frequently will accidentally snag her threads on things in the circus, and that will lead to pieces of her falling off, and then she has to sew them back on. So, and the character is a very like loving and supportive character with a undertone of exhaustion. So she portrays that with the warm tone color palette of the entire body, but all the stitching is in a cool tone color. Along with that, she has the heavy lid, which really reinforces the tired vibe that she has. But that's kind of how I'm conveying like the concept of the character in the color palette. She loves designing an adorable, sweet character based on vibes and then finding ways to ruin them psychologically. Exactly. That's so much depth in just colors. Yeah, exactly. And like, take all of this, like, don't let me talking about this discourage you from exploring on your own, because I have been drawing and designing characters for, like, I mean, I have been professionally drawing for over 10 years. And some of this stuff is just things that you pick up over time, naturally. I really recommend YouTube video essays from other artists, or like watching videos of artists talking about their artwork. I was literally just talking about the YouTuber, I've a couple YouTube channels that I love. Spilled Ink, Drawfee, super love Drawfee, love Spilled Ink. This artist specifically here is Jinja Ninja. She does they do a lot of really great like videos about their sketchbooks and stuff like that, which is what is inspiring how I am addressing this sketchbook this October. So you learn a lot just by listening to other artists talk about their artwork. And honestly, the way to progress and grow as an artist is to look at what other artists do and emulate it in your work. You know, I mean, literally, you can see this sketchbook right here is, and I'm letting this style of sketchbooking influence how I am doing this sketchbook. So obviously this is my art style, but I'm choosing to use this loose aesthetic of using highlighters to sketch to help me, like, not overthink the piece that I'm doing in the sketchbook. So that, honestly, that's the best way to learn, is just opening yourself up to what other artists do and letting that influence you and change, like, how you address your own artwork. That's the biggest advice I can give, truly. And using color palettes on your characters, just going off of, like, just starting with something like this color palette website and just looking at this and going like, okay, what am I attracted to here? You know, like, when you look at this, are you more into this, like, purple sunset up here? Are you more interested in, you know, these really bright saturated tones? Or are you more attracted to, like, this vintage romance down here where it's like a lot more earthy tones, you know? Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I'm glad I can help, genuinely.
Brian.
I'm super...
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. I love art, and I love talking about art.
JPEG is.
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
JPEG, 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 JPEG,
Look like I know what a JPEG is. I would love, like, honestly, at some point in the future, I think it would be really fun to do, like, streams or videos where I just talk about other people's art styles and the things that I notice about how people do artwork. Because my favorite thing about being an artist is talking to other artists about their artwork. Because there's so much personality in the process of art. And that's what I love about it. That's what I love about art in general, is, like, the thought process that goes into the work. Professional yapper offers to continue yapping. More at 10. Exactly. But that's what I mean. Like, obviously, not to toot my own horn or anything, but Bobbin is a good character design, in my opinion. In my personal opinion. I love how she came out. But, like, when I get to talk about the influence and why I, like, made the choices that I did, it gives you new perspective on what I'm doing when I'm designing the character. And that, like, and also that is not something that, like, everybody does with their characters. It's also not something that I necessarily do with every character, but specifically because this, like, because Bobbin is based off of the Amazing Digital Circus, and the Amazing Digital Circus characters all have sort of like, this archetype idea, and all of them are representative of different, like, mental health struggles and stuff like that. I put a lot more thought into that aspect of it because of the media she was inspired by. But, like, for instance, when I was designing, you know, my character, the character that I am, my Sky Dragon, here, hold on, let me just get in the center here. There were influences for this, but I didn't pick the color palette specifically to evoke any type of feeling. Like, that was not my main focus when designing this character. My main focuses were designing something well, when I designed this character, I didn't even consider
Cow.
that it would become like a center point of my brand at some point. This was a secondary character that I designed, and I designed her actually because I missed my family, which is really funny. I was living across the country on the opposite side of the country to my family, and I bought this little dragon
Pigeons
plushie.
are far superior to all other birds. This isn't opinion, it is fact.
You know, can't argue with the Eldritch Horror. I bought this little dragon plushie, and I loved it so much, and connected with it so deeply that I decided to turn it into a character. And I designed the like first concept of this character, my now Sky Dragon, in 2019. Yeah, this is lore. This is lore. I love your model. It's freaking awesome. Well, I mean, I work with an amazing model artist too. And Poke has added a lot to like stylistically to my design over the years. But yeah, she was designed because I missed my family, and she was very inspired by like Winnie the Pooh was something I loved when I was a kid. So she is very inspired by like Winnie the Pooh, the Velveteen Rabbit, and like I said, I am drawn to like the softer color palettes. I am drawn to a like neutralized primary palette. So like even here you can see I have primarily blue and yellow, but I do have accents of red in the design. Yeah, the sky is my dragon form was in fact born out of missing my family. Yeah. I bought the plushie because it reminded me of one of my younger siblings, and I turned it into an OC because I was so connected with it. Like genuinely, that's how it was. That's how it was made, and I just like fell in love with the character, and I shared it on social media, and lots of people loved the character. People really responded super well to it, and that really just encouraged me to draw her more, and then I got more and more connected with her until eventually she ended up being more of a primary persona to me than my previous primary persona, you know? Yeah. How it's made VTubers, literally. But yeah, I've always loved plushies, so it was obvious to make plushie characters for me. And I've always been drawn to cool tone color palettes with accents of yellow. Even my previous character design was she was primarily yellow, but green and yellow with accents of blue. So you'll basically almost always find me in the cool tone color palettes. And almost always in the like softer, more pastel end of color palettes. So, you know, that's just a personality thing. That's just an aesthetic that I have developed over time based on, you know, colors that I'm attracted to. The bird lady, yes. Oh no, Ellie's internet. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, that's my suggestion. Always, if you want to improve your art, consume other content from artists. There are so many awesome art YouTubers. So many. You could learn to do any art thing on YouTube. And there's so many people just sharing their like their work and how they do things, and that's what I think is like really cool and really inspiring. That's what keeps me going and helps me grow as an artist, is seeing what other people are doing and incorporating that into what I'm doing and letting things that other people do influence me and change how I do stuff. Because all art is derivative in the end. As long as you're not intentionally trying to copy someone, like I'm not sitting here drawing exactly how or what Ray draws or June, but I am being influenced by how they do their sketchbook and using that to improve my work. So There's my art rant. I love art. I could literally, I love art. I love artists. I think some of that comes from working in an art museum too. And one of my favorite jobs I ever had was like being a camp counselor at an art camp, because it was just like so rewarding to see young artists like develop and grow and be gratified by the things that they were making, you know? Thanks for the follow, Marshmallow. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, let me get my stuff back out. So there's that's my art talk. I love artists. I love artists. I love art. I love seeing the personality that comes out from someone just drawing what they love to draw, you know? Gotta watch lots of kids with confidence issues and stuff boom into little champions. Yeah, exactly. Especially because, like, there were certain kids at the art camps that, like, you could tell that they had parents that worked in the summer that didn't, like, have anything to do with them. So they would literally be there for every camp, like, back to back to back for weeks over the summer. Like, and that kind of, like, experience, I think, could take a toll on a kid, but instead we got to, like, have them in this creative space and encourage their creativity and give them, like, a place to, like, channel that energy and be fulfilled. And that was super fulfilling for me. And something that I look back on, like, incredibly fondly as an adult, you know? I used to be one of those kids. Exactly. Look, dude, I as a young artist was very heavily influenced by like after school art programs and like things that I did in the summer and stuff like that. So I knew the significance of it, of being in that position as an adult. So, you know. I'm a plushie maker and I adore your model. No way! Oh my god, I have an addiction to plushies. In case you couldn't guess. I love a plushie maker. Oh my god. Dude. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Cow.
You're right, we're back to drawing the cow.
Cow.
I got the squish. Speaking of plushies, all of Sky's plushies are on sale for her re-debut. That's true! That's so true! Exclamation point re-debut. You can follow that link to have the 30% off coupon applied immediately at checkout. It's so fun and funky fresh. Also, this is great for me because I also tend to overthink when I'm doing my hands because I'm really bad at hands. Not something that exists in my brain.
Look at this cool bee I drew!
Cool bee! So this is kind of a great opportunity for me to just, like, draw and not worry about if the hands, you know?
Made with all the love I'm legally allowed to give.
That's true. Made with all the love I'm
Look at this
legally
cool
allowed to
bee
give.
I drew!
Like, does this arm match up properly to the body? No, but do I care? Also no, because that's not what this is about.
Lizard.
Doing our best. We're having a good time. That's all that we're doing. Meat merp indeed. Not drawing with expensive things. We don't have to worry about doing something good or thinking we're like wasting. We're just drawing for the sake of drawing and having a good time. I'm going to endeavor to do this. It's not going to be good, but I'm gonna do it because I don't want to. Angled weirdly in my sketch. Just gonna the lines. Come back in later. Sorry, I adore. I need. I need like a cringe for sure. I don't know why I don't have a. Okay, there we go. It's got stuff on it. Now can hit her different colors. No? And if we smear it, that's okay, because who gives a fuck, if we smear the lines, Nuisant Die Crush and Headlock YCH when. God, so true. When are we getting that? Oh wait, I'm the one that has to make that. Shit. Eventually. Okay. I think maybe make dark pink color. Dark brown.
Bubble, you can't say that.
Who says I can't say that? Gonna stop me. Society? Stick with me. Really want to come back into this with like a white pen and pick stuff out. Pages. Honestly, I'm actually shocked by the fact that this isn't bleeding as badly as I thought it would. Mod team would be first in line for that. That's true. That is very true. Black.
I don't have a problem, you're the problem.
And, what do I have in this one? Going through all my bags. This one. Ah, and there's my white pen. Love using thick black lines to like pull focus. Thanks for the follow, Orange. Love this song. Oh yeah, I agree. Big agree. Let me shake up my white pen here. I don't think I want to do too much. Hit it with a little paint pen, you know? Here's the thing. Oh, you know what we wanted this white axe so we could add some highlights. Just going for energy. Sometimes that just means you scribble on stuff, you know? Far side. Side a little shadowed, you know. Hell yeah. Quiz time? Alright, have good quiz. You got this. You can do it. You're a stone cold quiz killer. Created some contrast. I like it. Now what I'm thinking maybe... I mean, this doesn't really come through that much. I feel like I could draw on this side without doing much to this. I don't want to overwork it too much. I think I'm happy with how that is. Let me see if I can give you all a better look at it. Yeah.
Pika, chew pika pie.
If only the autofocus wasn't so ass. There we go. Okay, it likes that. Yep, it's a cow. Looks amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. I had a really good time. This is the vibe. This is what I want to bring.
Cow.
It did. It came together in the end. And all of that started with just a sketch in yellow highlighter, you know? I'm happy with how it came out. It's cool. And that's the energy we're gonna bring to the rest of the week, you know? I probably spent more time than I needed to on this, but I feel like my on-stream pieces are always going to be like a little bit more involved. I do feel like I need to do maybe like a little the edge of that. But also, you know, I'm gonna overthink it if I do that, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Overall, really happy with how it came out. Outside of this arm is not quite right, but that's okay, you know? We're experimenting. We're doing it live. We're doing zero pre-sketching, no erasing. We're only layering, and I like how it came out with the layering. There's so many colors on here. The aesthetic, like the color aesthetic changed so much over time as we were just like layering things up. Let me see, what's the next cringe-tober prompt? I'm trying not to, because my instinct is to like immediately do another one. Ooh, the next one is just weird colors. Like the next one is literally just weird colors. I feel like I have to do like some really obnoxious colors for that. What's my weirdest color in here? Maybe that one. That's kind of an ugly green. But we could just use, because I have all of these like actual highlighter bright colors like this. I don't know if any of my pinks are like highlighter pink. I think this is my highlighter pink. The rest of these I think are like more subdued. Maybe this one. But the rest of them are like pastels. Maybe that one. Oh, no, this orange. Definitely the highlighter orange. There we go. But the rest of these are like pastels on this side. Draw a cool bee with just weird colors, cool bee. I mean, I guess there's also nothing saying
Look at this cool bee
that I can't like keep sketching, you know? It's not like I have to keep them in order, you know? We could just keep going, and then I'll just, you know, I can just put like a little number. Oh, you know what? The other thing I also want to keep up with is putting dates on the pages, because that's something that I always forget to do. What if we did just draw some bees, you know? Here's a fun little bit of lore for you guys. What was it? I won a, like, shirt design contest. I think I'm trying to remember what grade I was in. Draw the script, just draw the B-movie script. I mean, what kind of cool bee do we do? But it was a like spelling bee, the like shirt design. Why are you doing that? But autofocus, chill. It was like a spelling bee team shirt that I designed, and I won the contest. And it was like, I was like, whoa. I don't even remember. I feel like I have a t-shirt blanket somewhere that I think has the design, I want to say. But so funny. Yeah, we'll draw some cool bees. I think I want to do the orange. Um, I do tend to like to do like a like fluffy bee, you know? I tend to just give my bees the big fluff, you know? But look at this cool bee I drew. Highlighter. What I need is, I wonder if there's a black version of these stably. That would be really nice.
Look at this cool bee I drew.
Look at this cool bee I drew. That is an ugly red. I don't like that. That one's in timeout. Bees have like, are like mostly, aren't they? I don't even know. This is the moment where I realized I've never looked at a bee properly. The only thing I think of when I think of, because I think that all their legs are kind of jumbled up to the front. I'm pretty sure. He's just a little bee. I drew him a little too low, but that's okay. Gotta draw a little bee. What? What was the joke there, Douglas? What was the joke,
Look at this cool bee I drew.
The bee is the joke. He is Barry B. Benson. Gets a little bee pause. You know what? He deserves that. I just realized that voice is Kane's. Yeah, we have a lot of amazing Digital Circus audios on here. I have an addiction. Oh. There we go. Just fill it in with little doodles. Very cute art I've seen. They look amazing. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Now, sometimes you just gotta draw a little cool bee. If we just do, on this page, I just do little circle bees. I'm gonna do different, okay? Shapes. Okay. What we're doing.
Look at this cool bee I drew.
Look at these cool bees we're drawing. Hmm? Right? Let's give them orange. Let me be! Let me be! I am in misery! And I forgot their little antennas. Let me be! In misery, I ain't nobody who comfort me. There they are. He said the thing!
Look at this cool bee I drew.
Look at that cool bee I drew! Oh, so many cool bees. Misery.
That's what she said.
I'm in misery? That's what she said? That's crazy, Doug. You say the dangdest things, I swear. It's just a little guy. He's hanging out at the bottom of the screen. He's round. You don't know no better. Just a little dude. Ugh. Let's see. Oh, those classic, like, bee trails. Little bee trails. Give myself some blue here. Very important blue application. Why are hands so hard to draw? Because they're just tough, you know? They're very expressive. I feel like there's a million different ways to break it down and simplify it. I don't know, man. I've been drawing forever and I still struggle with hands, so I get it. I want to, like, do a border on this one for some reason. Like a scalloped. I don't want to fill the page for this one too much, but I feel like a cute little border is what it needs.
Look at this cool bee I drew.
Look at this cool bee I drew. You guys better be drawing cool bees. Draw all the cool bees. I like making the scalloped edge go over the wings, but not the bodies of the bees, too, because the wings are, like, kind of transparent.
Look at this cool bee I drew.
Look at that cool bee. Everyone draw cool bee. We take the teal. Just having a good time sketching. Also, I just love color. I love fun, colorful things. I don't remember. What did I sketch? I don't remember which color I sketched this with. I'll never know. Add a little bit like it. I like how white lines look in a sketchbook. Something about it just looks right to me. this one. A lot of paint on it, but it's not. There we go. A little bit at least. Like, I'm really having to struggle with this. But like at a really extreme angle. Yep, yellow and pink bee. Just a little guy. God, she said bug me. Get bugged.
Look at this cool bee I drew.
I know, it's such a cool bee. Gotta add easy bee. Oh my god. I'm liking this dramatic line art for this bee.
I'm tired. You take over, art woman. I've been carrying this stream long enough.
You have not been carrying this stream at all, Douglas. What are you talking about? I'm literally sitting here drawing. So much bee. Sky bee when Sky bee never be. Oh yeah, we gotta have a little Billy bust up. I will give this one a little crown though. I like
Look at this cool bee I drew.
Yeah, look at this cool bee I drew. Giving this one a bit more of a like a street arty vibe to her. Oh, why? desire to fill more space over here. Leaves in here. I love a little leaf. Stand out more. Really accent the square shape because I think that's really. All right, good night. Have good sleep. Art-tober instead of Inktober. Goated art streamer. Thank you. Thank you. You know, this is the plan. Hopefully, it's equally as fun to watch the physical art because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it better. Like, I still like doing digital art, but man, there's something satisfying about doing the physical art, you know? I think physical art would kill me. Like, how am I to edit my lines after I draw them? That's the point! You can't! You just have to keep working over it, or give up on it and start again. Something about, like, because art is meant to be, like, you can work over something that you've already put down, but it is, at its core, meant to be sort of a, like, you apply something and then it is as it is, you know? It was never meant to be perfect, right? And, like, I love digital art, and it opens up so many cool things that you can do that you couldn't do normally, but it also opens up that perfectionist behavior. That, like, no, I can't just leave it as is. I can't just draw this ugly little version of me. I have to, like, draw it and hide it because it's not good enough for the overall piece, you know? Like, does this match? Would this be better if this wasn't here? Maybe, but it's already there, so it's there now. And it's gonna stay there forever now. Also, this is perfect because I don't see any bee bleed through here. Look at them. I kind of love this. It's so funny because I started off with this being like, I was like, I don't know about this bee. And then I did this page and I was like, yeah, look at them. I kind of want to add a little color to the little flowers, I think. I think I'm just gonna hit them with some pink, you know? There's the lid.
Look at
There
this
we go.
cool bee I drew.
Lupercalia? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome in, welcome in. Look at this cool bee I drew. Yeah, that's cute.
Look at this cool bee I drew.
Look at this cool bee I drew. Sometimes you just gotta draw a cool bee, you know? See that I'm, like, smearing some of the black there, but it don't matter. It don't matter. You got it. That spread's so cute. I love the bees. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm having a good time just doodling. We're just having a good time. We did, like, a serious piece, and now we're doing some silly.
Does anyone have bird seed right now? I just need a little seed. Look, I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem either, Doug. That's why I don't eat birdseed. Not like... want like something. I almost want like a drop shadow on the bees. This. Yeah, that's it. Like almost like they're sitting on the surface of the paper. Just chilling. Cute. Okay. Little corner sky knows a cool bee when she sees one. Yeah, she does. She knows a cool bee when she sees one. And this is a cool bee. A very cool bee. Okay. Add anything else to this? I don't think I do. I love that how, like, tonally different these two pages are. We went from, like, a cool Newsin with a weapon, like, looking kind of badass, to silly bees. This is, like, the nature of my art, where it's like, why? Why would I ever do anything that wasn't just a just silliness versus seriousness? Here, let me hold this up for you guys so you can kind of tag yourself. Which bee are you? I'm this bee. This is me right here. But I'm also a fan of upside down bee. You could also be this bee in the corner here. Can I be the upside down bee? You can be the upside down bee.
Look at this cool bee I drew.
You can be whatever bee you choose. Here we go. Okay. Now, I think might call it there. Put my pens away here. Because we have people coming over tonight. And I need to clean. And I'm endeavoring... I hope this won't upset you guys. I'm kind of endeavoring to do like closer to 3-hour streams. We've been doing that on Sundays for a long time and not on other days, but I kind of like the 3-hour streams. Obviously my Monday streams are always gonna take as long as they take when we're doing requests, but I feel like 3 hours is like a good amount of time, you know, where we're all hanging out. And it gives me a little bit more time before and after streams. And then I'm not, like, dragging on. Like, this feels like a natural stopping point. We got 2 sketchbook pieces done. We've begun the Draw-tober. So, but the next time I see you guys, I will have at least... let's see. Be doing up to anime, I think. Yes, be gun and 3 hours be good. Exactly. So let me actually, here's what we can do. We can go back to this. So by next Wednesday, I should be up to core aesthetic should be what we're doing next Wednesday. Goodbye from Arcane, exactly. What's the song? Oh yeah, that's the song in the background, yeah. Love me some Arcane music, my god. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. Let me gather up all these things. My goodness. Peak cinema indeed. Oh my goodness. Okay. But I hope you guys will join me in doing some cringe-tober or whatever ART-TOBER like list you want to follow. I sent my siblings Rat-tober because they both love rats. You know, whatever one you choose, it's really more about just like doing the art and don't let yourself be intimidated out of doing it. Just draw for fun, like I just did, you know? And I will take some pictures of these with my phone so you guys can see, because like it really, like the camera does not pick up the like highlighter colors super well, and I think you will appreciate them. I'll probably put them in the channel point art section of the Discord just so you guys can give them a little look-see. So yeah, next, let's see. We've got weird colors. Yeah, next, yeah, it'll be the 8th. So we'll have weird colors, chibi art for Sona, favorite cliche, musical, and anime by next Wednesday. And then on next Wednesday, we'll be doing core aesthetic, and then maybe whatever else I feel like drawing that day. We'll see. We'll see. I expect to see probably, oh, there's a lot of pink bleed through from that B. That's okay. Expect to see a lot of, like, D&D art, I think, you know? We're gonna be doing a lot of, hyperfixation art, but that's the point. We're gonna fill this little notebook, by the end of the year, I believe. I think so. That's my goal. At least half full, I think, Let's see, how many pages are in here? 1, 2. I'm gonna put let me slide over here real quick. There we go. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So right there Yeah, probably a good third of this is just gonna be taken up by the Inktober prompts. Why are we in the sewers? We're not in the sewers. We're in the Gamer Goo basement. This is the secret lab under my home where Talk brews evil concoctions. The secret source, indeed. Yeah. Do not fall in the vat. We are not there. There is no insurance, and we will not be able to rescue you. It's like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink into the Gamer Goo. I don't think I want to live in the Gamer Goo. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend it at all, in fact. Oh, we got a little... Alright.
Cow.
Cow serum? No, not cow serum. Not cow serum. Okay, let me pull up Twitch and see who we can rate.
Cow.
Oh my god, Ray is still going? No way. Ray was streaming when I started.
Cow.
Let's see if we can get a raid off to Ray. They're at 3 hours and 24 minutes. Oh, they must have started just barely before me. I want to try and raid Ray, because we never get to raid Ray. Let's see. For more art vibes. Let's see. Oh ho ho! We can raid Ray. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we're getting their ass. We're getting them.
Get douched, losers.
Exactly, Doug. Exactly. Heckin' talented and creative Ray. Exactly. Exactly. We're gonna dance our way over there. We're doing a little art raid. There we go. There we go. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was so fun and funky fresh. Thanks for drawing with me. I hope that you guys will share the things that you draw. We'll have a check-in again on next Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too. Thanks for hanging out with us, K-Dragon. I hope you come back for more vibes. We're gonna be playing water park sim on Friday. Should be truly chaotic. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to check out the Discord and the shop, which has discounts going right now. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for arting with me. It was very fun and funky fresh. And I will see you guys again on Friday to hopefully build a water park. I'll see you guys later. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone!